Hand washing. You've heard about it your entire life.
But do you really know why it's so important?
I'm Daisy.
And I'm Daniel. And this is a Flash of Food Safety, growing food safety through science, training, and culture, one flash at a time.
Today we'll be discussing the importance of hand washing for school nutrition professionals.
That's right, guys. First and foremost, it's a matter of safety. The CDC and the FDA have identified proper hand washing as one of the most important things a food handler can do to keep school meals safe.
In washing your hands, you can prevent the spread of harmful germs that could contaminate your food and cause foodborne illness.
And as shown here, it is important that we do not underestimate the effects of foodborne diseases. It is estimated that they are responsible for about 3,000 deaths in the United States each year.
That's incredible and frankly a bit scary. Now I'm sure you're all wondering how these foodborne illnesses spread.
Unfortunately, harmful germs can spread in many ways. For example, let's say a food handler is sick and experiencing diarrhea or vomiting. They contaminate their hands and for whatever reason, fail to properly wash their hands. They then handle and contaminate the food that children will eat later. All of a sudden, it's not just the food handler that's sick.
Because it's so easy for harmful germs to spread, it's just as important to know when to wash your hands as it is to know how to wash your hands.
That's right. The FDA recommends that you wash your hands after using the restroom, coughing, sneezing, using a handkerchief or disposable tissue, after handling service or aquatic animals, after touching bare human body parts other than your clean hands,
during food prep, after handling raw food, after using tobacco, eating or drinking, after handling unclean utensils, and after engaging in other activities that may contaminate your hands. And don't forget that you should always wash your hands before putting on gloves.
Now that may sound like a lot to remember, but really it's just a matter of using your common sense to keep yourself and your children safe.
And remember, you can never be too thorough when it comes to hand washing.
Next time on A Flash of Food Safety, we will be teaching you how to properly wash your hands. Have you been doing it wrong your whole life? Tune in next time to find out.
See you then! In our last Flash of Food Safety, we talked about one of the most effective and powerful tools in the fight against foodborne illness, hand washing.
Today, we will be teaching you how to properly use that tool. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Daisy. And this is a Flash of Food Safety, helping to grow food safety through science, training, and culture, one flash at a time. Today, Daniel and I will be guiding you through the simple yet powerful process of hand washing.
So let's say I'm a food handler and I know that I need to wash my hands. What do I do?
First, you want to ensure that you are doing all your hand washing at a designated hand washing sink as specified in the FDA Food Code. Start off by rinsing your hands under clean, running warm water. Next, apply enough soap to properly lather your hands and arms for at least 10 to 15 seconds.
As you do this, be sure to pay particular attention to the back of your hands, arms, between your fingers, and under your nails.
Rinse your hands well under clean, running warm water.
If you can, try to avoid recontaminating your hands by using a paper towel to turn off the water. In touching the sink handles with your bare hands, you might pick up some of those germs you just washed off.
Finally, dry your hands using a paper towel or air dry them.
Nice and simple.
But extremely important. Now that you know how and when to properly wash your hands, as well as why it's so important to do so, especially as a school nutrition professional, you can effectively keep our children safe.
Join us next time on A Flash of Food Safety as we add to our growing arsenal of tools to fight foodborne illnesses. See you then!
Used every day in the fight against foodborne illness, thermometers ensure that our food is at the right temperature, making it as safe as possible for our kids to eat.
But what should you do when your trusty thermometer is no longer accurate?
Today, we will be teaching you how to properly calibrate a metal stem thermometer using the ice water method. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is A Flash of Food Safety, helping grow food safety through science, training, and culture, one flash at a time. Today, Daniel and I will be showing you how to properly calibrate your thermometers using the ice water method.
Remember that ideally, you should be checking and calibrating your thermometers every day, but definitely at least once a week.
That's right. Now, let's get started. To calibrate your thermometer using the ice water method, start off by filling up a container with ice and then adding a bit of water until it's within 1 inch of the top of the container. Stir it well and let it stand for 1 minute to ensure that it reaches the right temperature.
Next, place the thermometer in the container so that the tip is completely submerged and the water covers the dimple. Let the thermometer sit for at least 30 seconds in the ice water. Make sure that the thermometer stem or probe does not touch the side or the bottom of the container.
Next, while the thermometer is still in the ice water, rotate the calibrating feature that is right underneath the dial until it reaches 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Many thermometers already come with a rotating feature, but if yours doesn't, simply use a small wrench or a calibrating tool like this one to rotate the hex adjusting nut.
Remember that some digital thermometers have a reset button that should be pushed.
After you have calibrated your thermometers, it's a good idea to make a note of the date and time you did the recalibration. This way, other workers know that the thermometers are accurate. And you always have a clear record in case there's a question about food safety. Feel free to jot this down on your temperature log for easy access.
Now that our thermometer has been recalibrated, it's ready for use again.
Next time on A Flash of Food Safety, we will be teaching you how to calibrate a thermometer using the boiling water method.
We'll see you then.
Welcome to another segment of A Flash of Food Safety. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Daniel.
Today we'll be teaching you another method to properly calibrate your thermometers to make sure they are accurate and safe.
Don't have ice? Don't worry, we're here to help.
This is A Flash of Food Safety, helping to grow food safety through science, training, and culture, one flash at a time. Let's say that you need to recalibrate your thermometer, but you don't have ice in your spool. Don't panic. Boiling water is the way to go.
First, you want to bring a pot of clean tap water to a boil.
After it has begun to boil, you want to carefully immerse the thermometer in the boiling water a minimum of 2 inches so that the tip is completely underwater and the water covers the dimple.
Make sure the thermometer does not touch the sides or bottom of the pot. Wait at least 30 seconds. And remember, the water is hot, so keep your hands at a distance or wear protective gloves to prevent burning or scalding.
Next, without removing the thermometer tip from the pot, use the calibration tool on the hex adjusting nut and rotate until the thermometer dial reads 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
A small wrench can also work. Digital thermometers may have a reset button that should be pushed.
There it is. Now, remember that it is important that you calibrate your thermometers every day or at least once a week.
After calibrating your thermometer, it's a good idea to log the time and date of recalibration. This can be done right on your temperature log for easy access.
Thank you for joining us for another segment of A Flash of Food Safety. Until next time.
See you then. Ice baths,
Active cooling.
chill sticks.
These should be terms you've heard countless times.
Need a refresher? We've got you covered. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Daisy. And this is A Flash of Food Safety, helping to grow food safety through science, training, and culture, one flash at a time.
So what is active cooling?
Active cooling involves using an ice water bath and/or chill stick while monitoring temperatures at regular intervals. Today we will teach you how to properly use a chill stick.
Great, but why is active cooling important?
Active cooling methods cool food quickly to prevent the growth of harmful microbes that cause foodborne illness. Cooling is a critical control point, a point that is essential to eliminating or reducing hazards that may cause foodborne illness.
That's right, and critical control points are measured by critical limits. Typically, these are temperatures and times.
For example, food must be cooled from 135 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours, and from 135 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit within a total of 6 hours.
Let's get started.
First, you want to make sure you wash and sanitize the chill stick. After doing this, allow it to air dry. Since we already sanitized our chill stick, we'll move on to the next step.
Fill the chill stick with clean water and place it on a tray in the freezer overnight.
Next, you want to place the food in the refrigerator, freezer, or ice bath and monitor it until it reaches 135 degrees Fahrenheit.
Why do this? If you were to insert your chill stick into very hot food, your plastic paddle could crack.
Exactly. Once the food has cooled to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, insert the chill stick and stir the food every 15 to 30 minutes for even cooling.
Make sure to only use your chill stick as long as it remains frozen. Once the ice inside the chill stick melts, replace it with another frozen chill stick.
It is extremely important that you do not leave a chill stick that has thawed in the food. This could actually slow down the cooling process.
Once the food has reached 41 degrees Fahrenheit, remove the chill stick, cover the food, and place it in the refrigerator.
After you're done using your chill stick, wash, rinse, sanitize, and store it so that it is ready for another use.
That's it. You are now ready to use your chill stick to ensure your food is cooled safely.
Thanks for tuning in to another segment of A Flash of Food Safety.